What it do? Yo man, listen. Today, I want to talk about the need for more in Tacticus. Let's get right into it. Now, Tacticus is a game about collecting cool characters from the 40k universe and using them in different game modes, right? This is the basic premise of the game. You collect characters and you play with those characters. That being said, there are a lot of characters in the game, all of whom are equally cool. If you're a newer player, every single month we get at least one new character to play with. The resource intake is something players have to consider as they level up their characters. Essentially, they get 288 energy every day for free. You can spend Blackstone to get more energy, right? It's going to go past the 288. And realistically, we do 1 to 2 onslaughts a day, which is around the legendary badge and a handful of other stuff, maybe some orbs and whatnot. We do 2 salvages a day, which is around 24,000 gold if you're a higher level player. It is significantly lower if you're a lower level player. And this is what the daily intake of resources for your average mid to end game player. The issue arises from the fact that there's an ever increasing number of characters in the game. However, our resource gaining ability hasn't changed to accommodate for that fact. I understand that not every character needs to be Diamond 3 with 50 active, 50 passive, right? This is a very silly statement to make, but they need to be high enough level to not get one shot at any given content. If I want to use a new character, it needs to be Diamond 1 or Diamond 2 for it to not get obliterated in guild raids or in other game modes. The level Gold 1 to Diamond 1 is where most players will be comfortable with their characters. It is higher for endgame players, of course. But the fact of the matter is, for you to be able to play a character and for it to not feel like an absolute wet paper, it needs to be Gold 1 or Diamond 1, somewhere around that line. Now, as much flack as I give characters for not being raid viable, the fact of the matter is, the vast majority of characters in the game are quite fun to play with, right? Holland, the latest character in Tacticus, he is the Biophagus for the Gene Cult faction. He's quite fun. I really like him. I think he's a very neat character. Snowprint really nailed the hammer on the head with the fun factor. But you don't build these characters because resources are so scarce. When it takes 200 legendary books to max out a character and 100,000 gold to only apply those books, you really need to pick and choose what characters you level up. Which is an absolute shame because of the fact, as I've said, so many characters are extremely cool. We do get resources, right? There are miscellaneous ways to get resources, like tournament arena, base arena, events, daily chests, missions, and whatnot. Sometimes Snowprint does survival event, that gives a lot of resources. Sometimes Snowprint gives codes, right? There are ways to get resources outside of what we get from set sources, such as onslaught, salvage, and campaign missions, energy, and whatnot. But the reality of the situation is, they don't give resources anywhere near what's needed, right? You get resources to level up characters, but it doesn't put a dent in any character, considering the fact that we get one character every month at the minimum. I love these characters. I want to level them up, but the fact of the matter is, I just can't. I can't justify leveling up characters because there are so many of them. We need more, okay? More. I want more. We need more XP books. We need more gold. We need more badges. We desperately need a way to transfer our energy into badges directly. We need more energy. 288 energy might have been fine a year ago, but we had at least, I don't know the math exactly, but we had at least 12 new characters get added to the game, not counting special events, something like Titus, not counting some months where you get 2 new characters, right, from legendary release events. It is extremely jarring to have all of these cool and unique characters that Snowprint, worked tirelessly on, and they just stay at Stone 1 because we can't justify allocating resources to them because our resource intake hasn't changed for such a long time. Anyways, thank you so much for watching the video. I really appreciate you doing so. Have a good day and stay safe.